Welcome, everyone. This is Robin Sharp, with the owner of sharpsocialmedia.com, and we're just about to get started with our webinar today, teleseminar, I guess you might say. Let's see here. It's just about time to get going. I'm going to go ahead and kind of start. Hopefully, if anybody's joining us, they'll pick up pretty quickly. Like I said, my name is Robin Sharp, and I'm the owner of sharpsocialmedia.com and the Social Media Content Queen. And if this is your first time attending one of my seminars, I'm going to give you a quick background on me. I grew up in the insurance industry. I got licensed when I was 18. My family owned two Allstate agencies. My husband then owned two Allstate agencies as well, and he and I worked together in those. And so I've done just about everything in an insurance agency, from being a CSR up to being an agency owner. And then in the fall of 2009, we decided to sell our Allstate agencies, and I decided to pursue my passion for online marketing full time. So I started my consulting business that year and worked with insurance agents on their email newsletters. But everyone kept wanting to know about Facebook and about social media. It was really a hot topic at the time, and that was almost 2 years ago. So that's how I got to this point. Now my company, Sharp Social Media, works with hundreds of small business owners, still many of them being insurance agencies, to not only set up social media profiles, but to also help with the daunting task of creating content. Now, content is just internet speak for the things that go out on your wall. So when you're looking here at my personal Facebook page here for the business, not my personal page, my business page, this stuff down the wall is the content. So, the wall posts, articles, all that kinds of stuff. And that's how I got the name Content Queen, because I do a lot of writing and speaking on how to make social media easy, effective, and automated. Basically, my goal is to turn your Facebook likes into leads. And since I've been there, I know what leads mean to a small business owner. Social media is fun. I love it. I think it's great to get on here and hang out and see friends and keep in touch with people. And, it's my business at its core, but I know it's not yours. And I know that your core business is making sales and that you need to make money and get new clients. So that's what we really focus in on, okay? So today we're going to get into our call, and I'm going to share about how you can get more clients and more referrals by using Facebook. A lot of you on the call today are insurance agents, so while I might refer to insurance a lot in the examples, don't worry if you're in a different industry. Just think about how you can apply the same ideas, because they're pretty universal, okay? So, anyway, make sure you hang around into the end of the call. I'm really excited. We're going to be offering a few new special bonuses that we haven't done before and that you won't find on my website, just for those of you that are attending today. And I don't want you to miss them, so let's make sure that you hang around till the end, okay? So let's get started. Give me 1 second here. Now, I'm not a big fan of slides in PowerPoint, and I want to be able to show you my screen. So I'm going to be demonstrating on the screen at times, but a lot of the times throughout this call, I'm just going to be talking. So don't feel like you have to be glued to your computer screen or that you're going to miss a lot. I'll show you a few things on here, but really the point is much more about what I'm talking about than it is about what you're seeing on the screen. So, however you want to handle that, I just wanted to kind of warn you in advance, okay? All right, what we're going to be covering is what I call my 4 steps to social media success formula. When I look at where I've seen the best results in my own business and for my clients, there are 4 core things that have created those results. And when I talk about results, I mean the things that make you money. New clients, new referrals, new opportunities, directly measurable as ROI. And I've been redesigning my website to really focus in on these 4 steps. Okay, so let's get into it. Step number 1, you must have a Facebook business page with an opt-in offer. We'll get to the opt-in offer in a moment, but first let's talk about the Facebook business page itself. So what is a Facebook business page? Well, we're looking at mine right now here on my screen. This is also called a like page or a fan page, anything like that. It has the like button at the top. Now, if you've already liked a page, you won't be able to see it. But if you haven't, I'm going to actually unlike my own page just to demonstrate this for y'all. I'm going to unlike. Okay, and you see the like button. That means it's a business page, right? So we're going to click it because I want to like it back again. But any page that has that at the top is a fan page, like page, business page, all the same thing. People like it. They are not your friend. A friend on Facebook is a personal connection. That's on your personal profile. If I clicked here, that would go to my personal profile where I have my friends. A friend is a mutual acceptance. I have to accept them. They have to accept me. We can see one another's private content as far as photos and updates and that sort of thing, depending on your privacy settings. That's what makes a friend. So that's very different, and it's important that you know the distinction so you can see what type you have. If all you have is a personal page, but you are a business owner, then you need to have a business page set up as well. Okay? There are no privacy restrictions on a business page. You can create Facebook ads. You can only do Facebook ads for a business page. You can't if you just have a personal. So you have to have that to do ads. People can easily connect with it. They don't have to worry about you seeing their private information. I see businesses sometimes set up a personal account and then try and gather up friends, but people go, well, I don't want to connect with that business because I don't want them to see all of my private information. Well, on a business page, all I can see is who likes it. I can't see anything about them. So it's better for the consumer as well on that end. And something to keep in mind, which, I mean, it could happen, it couldn't happen, but according to Facebook Terms of Service, a business has to use a business page. It cannot use a personal page. So if you have it set up wrong and you have your business name on a personal profile and you're promoting it as a business and when it's not, you do run the risk of having it shut down and losing all of your friends and having to start from scratch again, which can be very detrimental for business. And you know, odds are they might not find it. Facebook might not. But what would happen is that your competition might report you for it. So if you're doing really well and your competition sees that you're using the wrong type of profile, they can report that to Facebook and get you shut down. So just avoid that at all costs and make sure you have the right type of page. So you can see that this part is critical. And then I always hear when I say you need a Facebook business page, the next thing I always hear is, what about Twitter? What about LinkedIn? And the next hot social media network right now. And this is where I typically tell you to focus in on one. Yes, those are all great resources. I use them in my own business, but I want us to focus on the best strategies in the least amount of time. So if you're in a consumer-focused business, then the majority of your clients are using Facebook. It is simply the biggest and most well-known. And while the media and celebrities love Twitter, I just don't find that it brings in enough clients for small business owners to put a lot of time into it. And I know I'm overgeneralizing here, and there's going to be examples of people who have done a fantastic job using Twitter or any other. I mean, I know there's examples of that out there. So I know that I'm being overgeneralizing. But I would rather you focus in on one than worry about a whole bunch of different ones and never use any. So I always recommend Facebook first and foremost to consumer-based business owners. Now, the second portion of my statement earlier was that you must have a Facebook business page with an opt-in offer. And this is going to tie in directly with my second key to social media success, which is getting more fans. So we're going to talk about them together. Now, a fan is someone who has clicked the like button and subscribed to your page. When they click the like button, it shows to all of their Facebook friends. And whenever you make a new post on your wall, it's going to show in your fans' home screen. So we see our home screen right here is where we go when we want to see all our friends' updates when we first log in and we see their status updates. Well, when someone clicks like on your business page, then every time you post on your wall here, it's going to show up on their home screen. Okay? This is not a direct email or a direct message. When you're writing on your wall, it doesn't go out individually to each fan as something they need to check on. It just shows up in their home screen. Typically in either chronological order of their most recent or by the most important. So you're not spamming your fans when you update, okay? That's very important to understand. They're not getting unless you're updating like 10 times a day where they just can't get rid of you, then you're not spamming them, okay? So, very important to understand that. Your fans are typically logging in at least daily, if not multiple times per day. They spend on average 20 minutes a day logged into Facebook, many of them from their mobile devices. So they're sitting in line at the bank, they're waiting on their kids to finish sports practice, they're scrolling through there, and that's when they see your updates. Now, what I try to explain with that is the idea that they don't go looking for you. Once they become a fan, they see your content on a regular basis, but they're not having to search you out in the process. So that can be great for a small business owner. Once you get them there, you've got them. You don't have to constantly, you're reminding them about you without having to constantly search them out, okay? So very important to grow those fans. Now, over here on the left, below my profile picture, you'll see 414 people like this. That's where you see how many fans you have. So the number of people that like your page is the number of fans that you have. When someone tells me that they aren't seeing any results from their Facebook page, I always go look at their number of fans first. If you're under 100, your results are going to be limited. There just aren't enough people seeing your content. You've got to boost that number up. And I'm going to share even more about this in a little bit, but it's just not going to be effective. If you only have 15 people seeing your updates, that's only 15 people that are going to see anything you post. So how can you get enough clients from that? If you only have 40 people or so, there's just not enough room to keep you moving, okay? So you've got to focus on building up this number. I think you should make your first goal 100, but aim higher for like 300 at least. If you're a small business or a sole proprietor, a smaller situation, aim for at least 300. More than that is wonderful, but give yourself some goals to work toward. But back to that opt-in offer we talked about in the beginning. This is a huge piece of getting more fans. You need to be creating an irresistible offer, like dangling a carrot out to the people that visit your page that gets them to visit the page and click the like button. Okay, so in my page, here on the welcome screen, you see that I offer a free report to opt in people to my page, right? They can put in their name and email, they get a copy, they opt in. That's kind of how I pull them in. Now, I'm trying to get email opt-ins more so than fan page likes off of this, which is something I should probably change on my own page, but that's one example. To show you what I mean as far as an immediate coupon type of offer, let's look at, this is a new client of mine who we just set up the other day. He has a brand new page. But you know what? We're going to unlike him first. We're going to unlike Quick Car. This is like a oil change and lube type of business here. And you'll see that when people first visit our page, it says click the like button and receive a special coupon. So when we click the like button, the page will automatically change and it says welcome. Welcome to Quick Car Norman, $5 off a full service oil change. Okay? People could print this out. They could take it in. They could say, I've got the coupon right from your Facebook page. Kind of an example. That's called a reveal tab, and that kind of gives you an idea of what you can do there. Now, you might offer a special educational report or a video that they might be searching for. Even better, it might be just a special offer only for your fans. It kind of creates a VIP type of feeling. Do fans save $5 on their first order? Do they get a one-time 10% off coupon? Do they get a free appetizer at your restaurant? There's just anything you can think of that would be something that your potential market would really find as an incentive to click the like button. And don't tell me, because I know there's probably some of you sitting there thinking this right now, don't tell me you can't do a coupon because you're an insurance agent or real estate agent. Even if you can't do a direct coupon for your service, that doesn't mean that you can't team up and offer something else. You can still give freebies or special offers. You can give a free car wash at the car wash across the street from you. When we had our agency, we used to give a free sandwich at the sandwich deli next door. We knew the owner. We printed up some little cards, and then whenever somebody redeemed it, he would just bill us for it, and we would go over there and pay him for it. So he gave us a special deal. It was great, but it gave us a way to give a free incentive. It put people in the door of his business. Worked out great. So think about some creative things that you can do like that. Now you can actually create a page on your Facebook, like we just looked at, that's going to deliver this coupon automatically, but you might need a little help setting it up. And of course we can help you do this, and I'll tell you how in a little bit how we can set this up for you, the opt-in offer. If you don't know much about code and websites and all that, it's something that you really don't even want to try to do on your own, but I can tell you how to do that in a little bit. But for now, just start thinking about the fantastic offer that you want to create and give to your new prospects, okay? So think about that. The thing is, this is what's going to bring people to your page, and it's going to get them to click the button and opt in order to receive your special. I saw a local electrician that had 6,000 fans and was offering a $50 off any electric service coupon on his Facebook page. Do you think that had something to do with his conversion? I mean, you can bet that that had a huge reason. Why would an electrician get 600 fans? Or 6,000 fans. How does an electrician get that type of following on Facebook? It's because they offer something awesome. And $50 off of any service is a reason for people to go become a fan. And it's a reason for people to tell their friends to become a fan. It spreads the word. So start thinking about those things. There are so many more ways to get fans. I'm going to cover some more here in a bit, as well as some more other special bonuses. So hang on until the end of the call for more on that. But for now, let's discuss my third step for seeing results. Whoops, I'm not using my computer enough. It's trying to turn off on me. My third step for seeing great results, and that is creating daily content. Now, we touched on this in the beginning about what is content. And content is simply what you see right here on my wall. And that is status updates, photos, links to articles or videos, actual video hosted on Facebook, and poll questions and things like that. This is all content. And we want you to create daily content. So you're probably going, well, why do I need to do it all the time? I don't think that's effective. People probably find it annoying. I don't pay attention to everything somebody posts. Well, there's several reasons. First of all, for that main reason that you don't pay attention to everything, it's because you don't see everything. When Facebook created, it's probably been within the last 6 months or so, they really started organizing around this algorithm called EdgeRank. And they don't go into the specifics, they don't tell us how it all works, but EdgeRank says that some pages show up better than other pages because they think that they're more relevant to the person that's looking for them. So when you get fans, that's only half the battle. You have to keep them seeing your content that shows up on their wall. And in order to do this, you need to have regular posts. You need to have people interact with your page and get likes and comments, and, all those little things help boost your EdgeRank score, which you don't see your EdgeRank. You won't know what it is, but it makes your posts show up more often. It's been studied. It's been tested. I promise it's very important, but, it's just something to keep in mind that creating daily content actually does help you in a very search engine type of way with Facebook, so it's something that's important on that end. It's also important because your fans are not all online at the same time. If you only update once a week on Mondays at 5, do you think every person that's one of your fans is online on Monday at 5 o'clock and they'll see it? Or even Monday evening, will they all see it? Probably not. But if you're varying the times of day and you're updating once a day and sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the evening, and you've got lots of different things going on, the odds are you're much more likely to catch some of your fans and get more interaction and have them see your message going out on a regular basis, okay? What do people notice the most? People notice photos a lot, photos and videos. So you want to make sure that you kind of pop those in there occasionally. You don't have to do one every day. You don't have to do it constantly. But that's something that can help you get a lot of interaction based on it. And you need to focus on being personal and having something always going out. We want people to know who we are and to like us and to trust us. And in order to do that, we have to have consistent content, but it needs to be a little bit personal. I like to tell people about my dogs. I like to tell people about things that I enjoy or vacation I've gone on, or just things like that. You don't have to be all business all the time. So mix it up a little bit. Make it about you enough so that they feel like they like you and that they want to work with you. Now, is daily content enough? This is going to depend on the expert that you talk to. There's going to be people that say you should update every hour. People, you should update 5 times a day. All this. Well, of course, updating more often is good. But just like I said before, I want to focus in on something that will get you results and that you can actually accomplish. And I understand how busy you are and that social media is not your core business. So focus on daily, and if you can do more, that's great. But if you can't, don't feel guilty. You're already way ahead of the curve. You're making great progress, but, don't feel guilty if you're only doing it once a day, because that's fabulous. But you can update more, and that's not a problem either, okay? Now, I know that's a lot to keep up with, but start picking out a few things here and there that you could do right now and implement. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to tell you more about how you can implement even faster with some of my special bonuses and offers. But we've still got one more step to discuss first, and that is step 4, which is automation. Let me get a drink here real quick. Oh, I'm talking too much. Okay. Now, you know how whenever you start a new project, you got a lot of motivation or a new marketing campaign or whatever it is. You're ready to go. You're excited. You're 100% dedicated. And then you get busy and you lose a little bit of that energy. And other stuff comes up and you move on to a new project or and who knows what might happen, but something happens. Well, with Facebook, then you look back at your Facebook page and discover that you've abandoned it. And it's no wonder that it's not bringing you any new clients. You've got to set up a system of automation. And there are 3 ways that you can do this. 3 ways that you can automate it. It's all kind of the same way, but there's 3 different avenues you could go with it. First of all, you could hire someone else to do it. Of course, I'm going to mention that because my company does that. We have inexpensive templates of content for many different industries so that you don't have to worry about it, and we can have it all written for you. And that's why I'm the content queen, because we make the content for you and take care of it and help you automate it on a daily basis where you don't have to be involved, where it can be pre-scheduled and going out every single day without a problem. That's one option. 2 and 3 kind of go together, but you can create an editorial calendar of your own where you kind of pre-write your own content, and then either you or your staff member can be responsible for creating it and getting it out every day. The reason I like to say to create a calendar, because I feel like most people get stuck on the what to write, and so they just don't write anything. So if we have a calendar already prepared in advance, then we don't have to worry about that so much. This is kind of an example. We've got the date, the time, what type of post. This is actually a calendar we have for insurance agents right now that we have on our membership program. You can kind of get an idea of how that works. But you see, it's already pre-written for the entire month. So you're not having to sit around and worry about coming up with content. You need to either hire someone to do that for you or put that in place in your own business so that you have your content planned in advance and you have no excuse for not having it out on a regular basis. Create the daily content and then have it created in advance and scheduled and delegated so that someone's taking care of it, and it's on a system of automation. Okay? So those are the 4 key steps to getting more clients with Facebook. You want to have a business Facebook page with an opt-in offer. You want to get more fans all the time. You want to really focus on building your fan base. You need to create daily content, and you need to automate the content and make sure that it's always going out and you have a system in place to make it effective. So now if you're feeling a little overwhelmed, I'm going to give you a few tools to make this very simple. First of all, I'm going to be offering a special training program next week called Turn Likes into Leads, which is going to be all about getting new fans to your business page. And this is an area that I see a ton of room for improvement on. I can't tell you how many people have hired my company to set up their Facebook page, and yet they've never updated it. They've never gotten any fans. They've just let it sit there. And of course, have they seen any results? No, they haven't, because they haven't done anything with it. So I really want us to focus in on that exact thing. So I want you to come over here Oh, I don't know if I can make the screen any bigger here. Well, hopefully you can see this up in the corner. If you'll head on over to robynsharp.com/getfans, Robyn Sharp, ROBYNSHARP.com/getfans. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our new training product. And this is going to be a live 2-hour training web conference next Tuesday, August 16th. So you have a few days to clear your schedule between now and then. It's going to be at the same time that we do this call. It's 10:30 Central, so 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific. For those who sign up, we'll also have a recorded copy so you can reference it over and over again. But I'm going to be teaching a whole lot of stuff, and you can see here we've got it all listed below. I'll kind of run through here for you. First, we're going to talk about how to set up, manage, and get more clients with Facebook ads. That includes bidding strategies, reports, ways to make your ads stand out, what it needs to say. I've been using Facebook ads for probably a year and a half now. I think they're fabulous. They're a great way to target a very specific location or demographic. You can target people that live right in your town between a certain age group, and they're wonderful, wonderful tools. So we're going to talk about how to use Facebook ads to get more clients. We're going to talk about how to get more clients from live networking events. My husband John and I, we go to a bunch of different events. John goes to more than I do. Actually, he's a better networker than I am, I think. But we go to these things and people say, become a fan of my Facebook page. And I'm going, what good is that doing you? Do you think anybody's going to actually go find it after this? Have you given me something with it written down? Have you even told me where it might be? I mean, there's just so much more to this, and people are not taking advantage of those live networking events. So I want to show you how to do this. So that's one thing we're going to talk about, is getting more clients at networking events. We're going to talk about how to use Facebook events to spread the word and attract new fans. I did this myself for this webinar. We used Facebook events. It was awesome. I really loved it. They've added some new features, really cool things that you can do. You don't have to do webinars for this to work for you. You don't have to do anything. It could be a new product. It could be a grand opening. It could be all sorts of just a fun event that you plan for your business that you can use Facebook for. We'll talk about that. I'm going to teach you what you need on your website to make your social media more effective and get you clients. I'm going to teach you what you need on your business card, how to use contests while following Facebook's rules. There's actually rules on how to do contests, and if you do it wrong, they can shut down your page. So if you want to use contests to build your fan base, which is a great idea, I think it's a wonderful thing to do. If you want to do that, you need to learn how to do it right. So we're going to teach how to use contests. And we're going to talk about how to use @replies and photo tagging to get you even more exposure, which means more sales. So there's tons of information. It's going to skyrocket your results. And while I typically charge $250 to do a private consult on this information, you can attend for a one-time investment of only $97. So make sure that you go over to robynsharp.com/getfans right now to check out the details. Like I said, you're going to get to attend the live training web conference, plus we're going to do a follow-up Q&A call where I'll answer all of your questions. You're going to get online video recordings, a digital training manual. So you have the step-by-step directions all written down. You can print it out. And you're going to get special email access to me so that I can answer all of your questions that are sure to come up. So if you run into something and you're like, I really want Robyn to tell me how to do this, I'm lost, you can send me an email and I can help you, okay? This is a small investment that's guaranteed to grow your fan base and to get you more clients on Facebook. So go over here and snag your spot. We're limited to only 100 attendees. So it's going to go quickly. So let's make sure that you get on here quickly before Tuesday. Now, while you're there, you're going to see a few other options. And I want to run through these really quickly. Hopefully this won't be confusing as I explain it. But if you come down here, you'll see choose an option below. If you are needing a Facebook business page or just an opt-in form added to your current business page, you're going to see options to purchase these as well. It's $297 for a Facebook page and it is $99 for an opt-in form. But if you order them through this page here, you get that, plus you get 50% discount on the Turn Likes into Leads training program we're doing next week. So you're getting it half off while also getting your page. So you're knocking out step 1 and step 2 on getting more clients. Okay, you're going to have your page, your opt-in form, and you're going to have more fans. So you'll be in great shape just from there. So make sure and check that out. You can get a full fan page design and the training access for $347 total, or $147 if you just need to get an opt-in form and sign up for the training. You can see those options there. And if you're an insurance agent, real estate agent, dentist, attorney, and you purchase a page design with the training package, you'll get a free month of my daily content calendar for your industry, free, whole month for free, and then only $37 starting after that. So that's a lot to go over. But if you just go to robinsharp.com/getfans to see all the options, select the one that applies to you. And you can see them listed here. I have a page already. I just need more fans and more clients, $97. I need an opt-in form, and I want to sign up for the training. It's $147. I need a page design plus more fans and clients, $347. Or I need it all. I want the page design, more fans, and the free trial of the content membership, also $347. And then you'll notice at the very bottom, there's an option called I don't know what I want, and I just want to talk to you because I think I have a special situation. Well, then click there and send me an email, and we'll set up a time to talk on the phone, and I can help you with it from there. So please don't delay on getting signed up. Like I mentioned, our live training is limited to only 100 attendees, and those that attend are going to be the ones that are getting results and increased ROI, new clients from their social media. Plus, you're going to have tons of training and reference materials to guarantee that you see success and the ability to email me with any questions or roadblocks that you run into. I hope you learned a few new things today that will help you implement some new marketing in your business. Don't get overwhelmed with all the information. Let me help you grow your business, get more clients, and make more money. And feel free to shoot me an email or call my office if you have any questions at all. All of my contact information is on the Contact Us section on the website. And I thank you so much for attending, and I can't wait to see you next week. All right, thanks. Have a great day.